All right, welcome everyone. Get ready for a super high-speed knowledge tour. We're about to cram 50 essential facts into just 5 minutes. Let's do this.
So, are you ready? This is going to be a rapid-fire explainer, so let's just dive right in. Okay, first up, Section 1. We're going to look at the core symbols and some foundational facts that really make up India's identity.
All right, let's kick things off with a foundational fact. The capital of the Republic of India is, of course, New Delhi.
Okay, this slide is packed with so much of a nation's identity. Let's run through the national symbols real quick. The national animal is the tiger, the bird, the peacock, the fruit is the mango, and the national tree, the banyan. When it comes to sports, the national game is hockey. That iconic tricolor flag, it was designed by Pingali Venkaya. And for the nation's voice, the anthem Jan Gan Man was written by the great Rabindranath Tagore, while the national song is Vande Mataram.
All right, moving on from symbols to structure. The Indian Parliament is what we call bicameral, which just means it has two houses. You've got the Lok Sabha, which is the House of the People, and the Rajya Sabha, the Council of States.
And now for Section 2, Heroes of History. Let's take a look at some of the absolute key figures who shaped the nation. Here are some of India's foundational leaders. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was not only the first president, but he also presided over the Constituent Assembly. The country's very first prime minister was Jawaharlal Nehru. You've probably heard of Subhash Chandra Bose, widely known as Netaji, which means respected leader. And of course, Mahatma Gandhi, born on October 2, 1869, who is revered as Rashtrapita, the father of the nation, and also affectionately called Bapu.
Check out this really powerful slogan from that era. Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. It translates to Hail the soldier, hail the farmer. This was famously said by Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri, and it was all about emphasizing just how crucial both the country's defense and its agricultural backbone really are.
Now let's zoom in on two pivotal moments from the 20th century. First, in 1935, the Reserve Bank of India, the RBI, was established. This really laid the groundwork for the country's modern financial system. Then, just a few years later, in 1942, the Quit India movement kicked off, a major, absolutely decisive turning point in the struggle for independence. Okay, now let's go way, way back in time, to the very bedrock of Indian literature and philosophy. We're talking about two monumental epics. The Ramayana was written by the sage Maharishi Valmiki. And then you have the Mahabharata, this sprawling tale of duty and conflict which was penned by Ved Vyas. And here's a really key fact. The sacred text, the Bhagavad Gita, is actually an essential part of the Mahabharata itself. So how does India recognize its greatest contributors? Well, with the Bharat Ratna, which literally means Jewel of India. It is the nation's highest civilian honor. It's awarded for exceptional service to incredible figures like the musician Tansen, who was known as Sangeet Samrat, or the Emperor of Music. All right, from people to places. Section 3 is going to take us on a super fast tour of some of India's most amazing locations.
Okay, let's do a quick tour of some key landmarks. In Agra, you'll find the iconic Taj Mahal, and not too far away, Akbar's tomb. Delhi is home to the historic Red Fort, while Mumbai has the famous Gateway of India. Now, shifting gears to modern achievements, ISRO, India's space agency, is headquartered down in Bengaluru. And for just sheer architectural grandeur, you have to see the Brihadisvara Temple in Tamil Nadu. It stands as the country's largest.
And just to give you a sense of scale, the largest state in India by area is Rajasthan. And the smallest? That would be the beautiful coastal state of Goa.
Next up, we've got Section 4, and we're focusing on knowledge and science, looking at contributions from both India and around the world.
So, who do we have to thank for this connected world we live in? Well, the conceptual father of the computer is widely considered to be Charles Babbage for his early work on analytical engines. The father of the internet? That's Vint Cerf, who co-designed its fundamental architecture. And the person who sent that very first electronic message, pretty much inventing email as we know it, was Ray Tomlinson. This slide is all about some monumental breakthroughs. The concept of zero, a totally revolutionary idea in math, came from the ancient Indian astronomer Aryabhata. The element oxygen was discovered by Joseph Priestley. Now, fast forward to the modern era. India's very first satellite, launched back in 1975, was fittingly named Aryabhata in his honor. And the first computer developed in India? It was named Siddharth.
Okay, for our final section, we're zooming way out to get a glimpse of the wider world.
This table really puts our whole planet into perspective. Let's run through some key superlatives. The largest ocean? That's the vast Pacific. The longest river in the world is the Nile. The highest mountain peak above sea level is, of course, Mount Everest. The largest country by land area is Russia, and the world's largest hot desert is the Sahara.
All right, let's round it all out with a few more essential global facts. The smallest continent is Australia. The first country to successfully land a human on the moon was the USA. The headquarters of the United Nations Organization, the UNO, is in New York City. And hey, a date for your calendar. World Environment Day is celebrated all over the world every year on June 5th.
And just like that, that's our whirlwind tour of 50 facts. Wow, we've covered everything from national symbols to major scientific breakthroughs. So as we wrap this up, I'll leave you with a question to think about. Of all those facts we just flew through, which one really sparked a curiosity the most? That's all for this explainer. Thanks for joining.